Good morning, Masters. Today we are in the seventh chapter of Bringers of the Dawn by Barbara Marciniak. So, unlocking the history, the seventh chapter. Here, the author explaining about the importance and activation of the DNA. So, here the DNA, we all know DNA is the genetic material present in every living cell that carries the instructions for life. So we may call the DNA is like blueprint or instruction manual of our body. This unlocking the history, the DNA as living library. So here the DNA is described as light encoded filaments carrying the vast information. So whatever these filaments, the filaments act as a cosmic data storage system, like similar to the fiber optics. We all know the fiber optics. So, fiber optics is a technology used to transmit the data, transmit the information as light signals through very thin strands of any glass or plastic fiber. In the same way, here the DNA, these filaments, whatever the DNA filaments act as a cosmic data storage system. So, we all have all the information. We need to activate it, recharge it. Each and every cell of our DNA is a library. The human body itself as a library holding the universal history. We all have the access to the universal history, but the only thing is we need to activate it. When properly aligned, this information can be accessed and understood. We have to align to that information. And the hidden history of Earth. Here, the humanity is not originally native because the Earth hosted many species across time. In this time, the Earth is hosting the humans, the major thing, majority. So much of this history is hidden or suppressed, but gradually it will be revealed. As the human consciousness evolves, the new discoveries and truths will emerge. The only thing is we need to access the information, we need to align with it. So here the DNA activation and evolution. Humans are encouraged to consciously activate and evolve their DNA, but we need to do the few tasks. This process of DNA activation and evolution involves the letting go of old identities, whatever we have. So we need to work on ourselves. It's not about activation means taking some kind of pills or it's not about the external thing. It is all about our internal internal alignment with our true purpose, true self. So, this process of DNA activation involves the letting go of our old identities, whatever we have, and becoming open to new awareness. When you are ready for the new awareness, it will also attract you. When you are ready to receive it and allowing the new knowledge to form. So, whatever the old patterns, illusions we have, we need to work on those identities. So, the logical thinking alone cannot grasp this. So we have to trust the process. The experience goes beyond the mind. If you experience more and more, then your mind, uh, whatever the impact of the mind will reduce, because the problem is always with the mind, the logical thinking. So here the role of mind versus awareness. The fourth point, whatever the logical mind we have, the logical mind is limited and it is often overused because of the society or whatever the patterns in our we have. The true understanding comes through the observation. When you observe more and more instead of talking, instead of wasting your energy, just observation is enough. That's why when you practice the silence, you will be more awareness with the things, more observe. You will be able to observe the things around you when you are in a silence practice. That's why at least on full moon days, it's suggestible to practice the silence at least one day, the full moon day. Whenever you are in silence, you will be able to connect with your true self, with the observation. The true understanding comes through your observation, your openness, and with your inner intuition, the inner experience. You have to trust your intuition. So here, the mind always try to understand, but the awareness, don't need to understand. Just allow the process to flow through you. You are just a medium. And the chakras and identity evolution. Our body contains the energy centers. We call it the seven chakras. These seven chakras, whatever we have, these chakras link to the different lifetimes and identities. It is not about this lifetime, the past lives. They carry the information. So, this growth or evolution means moving through these layers and discovering your true identity beyond this body and mind. So, the DNA contains the light encoded filaments. These filaments exist inside and outside of our body. And these filaments, the DNA filaments, carry a language of light. It carries the information. And the knowledge, whatever we are seeking from outside, the knowledge may come as instant awareness or activation. No need to study more and more. If you allow the process, if you trust the process, because we all have all the information within ourselves. The only thing is we need to align with it. We need to be open to receive. So, whatever the reassembling the scattered library, the thing is we know everything, but our knowledge is fragmented, like the book scattered across a room. So, we need to identify what to choose and when to choose. You don't need to search the truth externally. Instead, the whatever the information we have, the information, the DNA, that reveals itself within as you evolve more and more. You will get the right information. And the DNA evolves when the memories and awareness begin to surface in a natural way. Whatever the memories we have, and when you work with the awareness, instead of trying to suppress yourself with your thoughts, if you allow and if you open with awareness, it will be very easy to trust the process. And for this process, we need a healthy body, because body is a vehicle on this planet Earth, and we need the breath. We need to observe the breath, the oxygen flow. When you observe the breath, you will be in the present moment. That is the purpose of meditation, to be in the present moment. And ability to handle the energy changes. Whenever you undergo in this process, there may be some energy changes, and you are ready to allow the energy changes. And even with the meditation also, you already experienced different kind of experiences. That is all about the energy changes, rotating your head, or uh, seeing colors. These are all energy exchange. You are receiving the energy from the source, the cosmic energy from the universe. And here, for this process, the emotional intelligence is the key. And the modern spirituality always talks about the emotional intelligence, because this is the key to balance your energy. So, this emotion is the bridge to the higher awareness. Even though when you receive the cosmic energy from the universe through meditation or any kind of spiritual practices, even with the present moment also, you can receive the cosmic energy. When you merge with the art form, the artist we call, when they merge with that art form also, they receive the abundant amount of cosmic energy. But the thing is, the emotional intelligence as a key. Even though you receive the cosmic energy, but you couldn't able to be emotionally stable, whatever the energy you gain from the universe, within single fraction of seconds with the fear or anxiety, you may lose. So the modern spirituality always talks about the emotional intelligence. Emotion is a bridge to higher awareness. So without this emotional connection, it's trusting the process, the deeper understanding is blocked. The feeling is essential for the spiritual growth. You have to feel. That's why the sharing of experiences is needed. Whenever you listen to someone experience, you feel that experience within yourself. You are ready to trust the process. So the feeling is essential for spiritual growth. And the 12 stranded DNA, this activation of DNA means this process when you are connecting with your true self. This activation means expanding your awareness, connecting to the higher consciousness, and understanding the reality. The understanding the reality means we are not only this body and mind, we are much more beyond this. The soul, the self, the universe. We created this universe. And this earth stores the vast information in nature. And the humans are the key to access this data. We are the key to access the data. Everything around us contains the knowledge, encoded knowledge. The only thing is we have to be aware. So, all this, the unlocking the history means this role of the individual for this process, whatever the transformation is not external. The DNA transformation is all about the internal process, the self development, the self awareness to expand beyond this physical identity. It's not about the group, it's about yourself. First, you need to work on yourself. The changing the world means changing yourself first. You have to change first. And whatever the knowledge, this knowledge, the soul knowledge is transmitted through love based frequency. So, when you want to work on yourself, you have to love yourself first. The self love again, the modern spirituality. So, whenever your awareness grows, you gain the access to this greater power. You are ready to activate your DNA. But the thing is, you must use it responsibly. Whatever the power you gain from the spirit, all the spiritual practices. So, the core message of this chapter, our body already hold all the energy and history. We don't need to search outside for it. We need to awaken within us. So, the evolution happens through our awareness, the emotional balance, and inner transformation. Thank you, Masters. This is all about our seventh chapter, Unlocking the History. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'm just a medium to deliver whatever the universal thing. Thank you.